Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Brain Muffin at the Movies. And here, we got this covered, so take this with a grain of salt. But I saw this article, and I know it says 5 days ago. I saw it I think the day it was published, and I've been really waiting. It's not very long, but this is in the camp of course. And I hope it's all true. I really do hope this is true. So Star Wars reveals, that Rey has a secret force ability. She has them all. She is the perfect, I read an article, golly day, it's been a while, well over a year ago. I don't think it was 2 years ago. I think it was last summer, where J.J. Abrams basically said, that she's innately good. And basically he confirmed in so many words that she is a Mary Sue. That Rey is Mary Sue. He basically lists the characteristics of Rey, which are the characteristics of a Mary Sue. And so to me, it was like, hey, the argument's been settled. Rey is a Mary Sue, period. People don't want to believe it. But this kind of horrible writing is what we're getting more and more and more female characters in all different genres. And to me, it's insulting to the female characters that we used to have, who had to struggle, who had foibles, who overcame obstacles, not because they had some magic ability, but because of who they were, and a testament to their character. And, Luke in the original, he had some minor abilities. He loses an arm. He gets his butt whipped. And he's only successful in the end because he convinces his father to save him, okay? And that he was willing to sacrifice himself for the greater good. He doesn't really win any lightsaber battles. He wins the mind game. So having Rey just be great at everything as a prodigy of the living force, which is not what, I don't know where they're getting that. She's a Palpatine, so she's a daughter, but I guess she's, who knows, okay? Rey has shown a range of exceptional abilities, though it's only after learning about her true heritage that these inherited skills start to make sense. No, they don't. They make no sense, okay? You have Luke Skywalker is the son of something that was created by the Force. Anakin was created by the Force. He had to struggle for 3 movies. He didn't just magically do stuff. He was a pilot and could do things. Rey claiming to be a pilot and then not knowing how she could maneuver the Millennium Falcon made no sense. Rian Johnson originally tried to tackle this issue in The Last Jedi by having Snoke talk about the balance of the Force. In that sense, if there's a powerful dark side practitioner, the Force of the will of the Force counters that by bestowing someone with a light side with immense power. Now, that is one thing that the prequels, I don't understand the balance of the Force. I don't know what Lucas meant by that, because you had 2 Sith and thousands of Jedi, tens of thousands of Jedi. If there's a power, okay, I already read that. Bestowing, okay, the last movie in the Star Wars saga, on the other hand, offers a simpler explanation. Rey was the granddaughter of Emperor Palpatine, which makes no sense, or more precisely, the daughter of its clone, which makes even less sense. This not only justifies why she was able to match the power, which it does not justify in any way, but also why she didn't need as much training as the other Jedi, which makes no effing sense. Okay, are we to believe then that Palpatine is far greater than Anakin, far greater than Luke, who both needed years of training? Particular Anakin, who was in many ways, he was really powerful. This is part of the frustration, and he didn't learn to control that power very well. So one thing the sequels failed to address by the end of Rey's connection to Anakin's lightsaber. No kidding. In The Force Awakens, the Jakkuian scavenger experiences several visions related to the events of the past Star Wars films after touching the legendary weapon. And now a new reference book called the Star Wars book confirms that she does indeed possess the ability of psychometry. Some Force abilities require years of training, a form of instinctual adaptation, or a very strong connection to the Force. A small number of Force users, including Rey and Kestis, I guess is someone they had to invent, don't know who that is, have the rare ability of psychometry, which allows them to learn about people or events by touching an object associated with them. Okay, the power was originally Introduced in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, utilized by Jedi Master Qui-Gon Voss. As you'd expect, the Order didn't favor the use of this powerful ability, since the person in question wasn't just perceived events but experiencing them. The Jedi believed that the flood of these alien emotions could disrupt their inner peace. Yep. Even Quinlan, I guess, Voss suffered a terrible fate for succumbing to psychometry. Still, Rey saw things that the weapon wasn't present for, so we don't exactly know how this ability works. Kylo Ren also possessed it through their Force dyad, which isn't until the third. Well, I guess you could say it's introduced in The Last Jedi that connect them. One thing's for certain, though, that's even the most powerful Force users in the world of Star Wars, like Anakin and Yoda, didn't seem to have this innate skill, which says a lot about Rey and her destiny. To bring balance, they were already imbalanced. If it's 2 and 2, then you had 2 light side users with her and Luke, and 2 light side users with Snoke or dark side users with Snoke and Kylo. Okay. Source of Screen Rant. God, of course. Yeah. So let's look comments. Of course she does. Yeah, she's perfect. Yeah, this is just garbage. This is, it's a garbage trilogy, and this is garbage writing to try still. Okay, the trilogy's been over for almost a year. I'm tempted to just look at this on another tab and see if it's even going to line up. Explaining scenes in The Force Awakens, which doesn't explain anything. It just, they wouldn't have to explain it away if they just put it in the danged movies. Okay, the original trilogy, yeah, we speculated about lots of stuff, and there was lots of extra things to read, but you could make sense of the movies without reading any of the novelizations. This stuff you need an encyclopedia just to follow what the heck's going on, because they don't have a clue. This doesn't make it any better. This makes it worse. This means horrible, lazy writing. Give us good female characters, make them strong, make them struggle, make them overcome, but don't just bestow everything on them because they're pretty. Okay, that is an insult to the entire audience. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Well, yeah, it'd help if I didn't. At some point, I got to get this thing set right. I don't know. 3, 2, 1.